Hi, today is the 19th, I believe. It is a few days before Thanksgiving. It's Sunday. Um, and today's Sunday, and I wanted to tell you about a development that's happened. I've started to get into the Wiggles again, fully. Because I checked out a CD of the Wiggles at the library. I know. That's dangerous for me to be checking out a Wiggles CD because I've been a huge fan of them the last couple of years. So I've been a fan of them since I was 7, and I did explain this. If you're watching, if the guys are watching, you guys, I explained this to you guys, the Wiggles last night, and 2 days ago in a video, not last night. What am I saying? 2 days ago in a video, and about me and my backstory. I explained about my backstory when it came to backstage and why I wanted to get backstage and stuff like that. And like I said, I told them who I was. I told them, how long I've been into these guys since they came out on Playhouse Disney when I was like 7. And then I wasn't into them for a while. I started getting back into them probably 2 years ago because of a video I had almost 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, and that's all because of a video that about 3 years ago, because of a video that I've been watching, a video I've been watching about them. Not about them, but a video I have been watching, because the video I watched with my old school. Sorry, I paused for a second. I watched a Christmas video with the class I was assisting. I was trying to think of what I was going to say next, so I do apologize for saying the same thing a few times and then not knowing what I was going to say and all the long pause and all that stuff. So yeah, anyway, I watched a Christmas video with the class I was substitute teaching. And we watched a Wiggles Christmas video. Then a few months later, we watched another Wiggles video as something that I was supposed to do with my class. That I was one of my classes that I was substitute teaching. And there was this guy named Sam in it, and I'm like, who the hell is Sam? Because I only knew Greg, so I was like, huh? That's not right. And then I looked it up on the internet. I figured out about what happened, and then he replaced Greg. And then Greg ended up coming back a few years later. 6 years later, I believe. 5 years. And the fact and what they did to Sam was just, oh my gosh. I don't want to say it on video because they might be watching this, and I don't want to say his name too much, but I really like him. And if you're watching this, Sam, I am making a video for you. I'm going to be, at least, try to get it done and have it posted for you. So, and I did not used to like him at first because I thought, oh, wow, this is a different guy. But then 2 years later, yeah, ironically 2 years later with the CD I checked out at the library, I listened to his voice and my thought that I didn't like him, I thought I didn't like him, but that changed once I listened to his voice. And then I realized I like him a lot. Just as much as Greg. I like both of them the exact same. So it's like, so it was like, wow. The same thing happened to me with Ryan Seacrest, actually. Well, not the exact same thing, but a similar thing. It was I didn't like Ryan Seacrest's voice. And then once I heard it, then I realized I was wrong about not liking his voice, and then I did actually like it. And anyway, this is beside the point. I heard that the band was touring on Facebook. And I heard the band was touring on Facebook. And one of the reasons I wanted to get backstage, and yes, this is a valid reason, and it's not just me being a lunatic or anything, was because of accommodations. I didn't mention this to you guys in your video that I made you, but your song video, Wiggles, again. But anyways, again. Anyways, I did not mention this, but the reason I wanted to get backstage, besides meeting you guys and everything, is also because you guys, I'm sure you guys know that a lot of kids' concerts, they have mostly seating, not the floor space. You know, well, for certain bands, I don't know how it is for you guys, but I'm sure certain bands are probably like that, but I'm not sure. Well, I'm not really sure if certain bands are like that or not, but I'm just guessing from what little I know. But anyways, so that you guys have space to walk around the audience and all that, I'm guessing you guys do have that, but I'm not sure. So anyways, the reason I wanted to get backstage was so I didn't have to sit in the seating, because my attention span, if it's a concert and I have to sit in a seat, is probably 5 to about 15 minutes at the very least. Not very long at all. Whereas with plays, I do much better if it's a play or a musical and I have to sit in a seat. But I still get bored if it's like a really dull play and stuff like that. But for concerts, it's even worse, because I'd rather be up dancing and moving around than sitting in a seat or being squeezed in between two rows and have the freedom to move around than being squeezed in between 2 rows of seats. And that kind of stuff. So that is the reason I really want to get backstage. And yeah, so that's a reason that I really want to get backstage, is so I have as a blind autistic person, I have the accommodations that I need to really enjoy the concert and stuff, for the standing room, accommodations that I need. And, you know, even if I ended up in the box, that'd be okay. The little box seat thing, that'd be okay, because the staff could sit and I could at least and I could stand or not the staff, but whoever's going with me, whether it be staff from my house or anything like that, could sit, and then I would be able to stand, or sit if I wanted to, and it would be a little more flexible. And as a blind autistic person, that's really important to me, and I'd really like to be able to have that. So one of the reasons is for if there, in case there's no floor room or no floor seating, floor tickets, whatever, and stuff, and I need, the accommodation of being able to, stand during concerts, instead of just sitting. And actually, that would actually be a really good thing. So that's what I would use the backstage mostly for. So anyway, that is what's going on, and I will talk to you guys later.
Pause button. Stop button. Stop button.